Hey guys, Atomic Energy 15 here and welcome back to my vlogging videos. Today we've got a bit of a wide discussion going on, more than anything else. As you can see, I've managed to sort my little project board out now, so that's going to be planning me out for the rest of the month now. I've got my first project up here, which we're working with people very closely about. Second project, I'm not too sure about yet, but I can discuss more in detail about that in a different video. Today is some more SCP stories. I know, they are fantastically strange and weird. But today is a special video. Today is going to be a dual SCP story. So, every video that I'm going to be making now will consist of two things. It will have an interesting SCP of interesting value or extra normal value, and what I would class as a scary or a frightening SCP. Something that can't be physically explained and is beyond human reasoning. So today, we'll be going down the line. Oh yeah, actually before we go down that line, just to tell you, there will be another vlogging video going out today of this very little special pretty here, which is the new 2000 AD novel, which I will be showing you in the next vlogging video. Like I said, let's go back to the focus point in hand. Today, we will be doing two of the most interesting and scariest videos known on the SCP camera. So today, we'll do one story at a time. Today, we have SCP-087. We shall start with the abnormally scary story. As you can see by the still framed image here, I will describe to you if you can't see best well, but it is basically a stairwell. That's all I can say, because that's all it says in the description. But just in the centre of the screen, if you freeze it some point upwards, if I can bend it up to like, can you see that white dot? Can you see that white dot? Just there, in the dead centre. That white dot? That white dot will be revealed all too soon. The item is SCP-087, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-087 is located at the campus of Redacted. The doorway leading to SCP-087 is constructed of reinforced steel with an electro-release lock mechanism. It has been disguised to resemble a janitorial closet, consistent with the design of the building. The lock mechanism on the door will not release unless certain force is applied with conjunction of a counterclockwise rotation of the key. The inside of the door is lined with 6 cm of industrial foam padding. Due to the results of the final exploration, see document 087V1V, no personnel are permitted to access SCP-087. Description: SCP-087 is an unlit platform staircase. The staircase descends on a 38-degree angle for 13 steps before reaching a semicircular platform for approximately 3 meters in diameter. Descent direction rotates 180 degrees at each platform. The design of SCP-087 limits the subjects to a visual range of approximately 1.5 lights. A light source is required for any subjects exploring SCP-087. There are no lighting fixtures or windows present. Lighting sources brighter than 75 watts have been shown to be totally ineffective, as SCP-087 seems to absorb excess light. Subjects' reports and audio readings confirm the distressed vocalizations of what seems to be a child, with the ages of between something and something. The source of the distress call is estimated to be located approximately 200 meters below the initial platform. However, any attempts to descend the staircase have failed to bring subjects any closer to the source in hand. The depth of the descent calculated from Exploration 1V, read the amendment. The longest exploration is shown to be far beyond the both possible structure of the building and geological surroundings at the time. It is unknown if SCP-087 even has an endpoint. So, the white dot that I showed you on the screen, I'll just have to show you this now. As you can see, if you can see more clearly, it is a face. It is a soul-foggering face, and the figure B is SCP-087-1, enhanced image still taken from Exploration 01. So that is just the image taken from this picture. SCP-087 has undergone 4 video recorded explorations by Class D personnel. Each subject conducting an exploration has encountered SCP-087-1, which appears to be a face with no visible pupils, nostrils or mouth. The nature of SCP-087-1 is entirely unclear, but it has been determined that it is not the source of the bleeding. Subjects exhibit feelings of intense paranoia and fear when faced with SCP-087-1, but it is undetermined whether said feelings are abnormal or simply natural reactions. And amendment. Over a period of 2 weeks following Exploration 1V, several members of staff and students from the Something campus reported hearing a knocking at a variable rate of 1 to 2 seconds per knock coming from the interior of SCP-087. The door leading to SCP-087 has been fitted with 6mm thick industrial padding. All reports of knocking have ceased. Authorised personnel may refer to documents 087-1 through 087-1V to transcripts of explorations 1 to 1V. As you can see, if you go on the wiki page, there is links at the bottom corner here. There is the last one as well, which unfortunately, it doesn't really tell you like how you can access the file, but I'm sure you can find it on the wiki page. And then there's document 087-1, 087-2 and 087-3. All of them are very interesting reads. Please have a read, visit the webpage, see some of these SCPs yourself. Absolutely mind-blowing. So, with that out of the way, we now go to a more interesting topic of SCP. We go to SCP-1341. There is the picture in colour, may I just add. In colour. The last picture, by the way, that is in colour. Yeah, that's not black and white, that's the actual colour from the staircase. So, as you can see, looks from it is just a bog standard red jar with a silver hatch lid. That's SCP during the initial consignment. The item is SCP-1341. The object class, Euclid. Special containment procedures are followed. SCP-1341 is to be held in a containment locker located on the grounds of Site-77. The chamber is to have 2 guards monitoring it at all times. No abnormal objects are to be held in the same area as SCP-1341. Testing must be either conducted as a standalone structure. SCP-1341 cannot be brought into any building other than those specifically constructed to house and test it. The description. SCP-1341 is a mason jar made of red glass, with the words jungle in a jar written on the lid with black acrylic paint. When SCP-1341 is in an inactive state, it weighs approximately 480 grams, which is about the weight of my phone. Removing the lid when SCP-1341 is outside of an enclosed space has no anomalous effect whatsoever. However, if SCP-1341 lid is removed while it's indoors, it will begin to immediately extrude oil from the opening at 10 kilograms per minute. The soil will be continuously produced until all available space in the room it has contained within is filled with its soil to a depth of at least 10 millimeters. Once the soil has reached this depth, several anonymous species of plants will begin to grow. Plants produced by SCP-1341 superficially resemble species found in tropical rainforests. However, DNA testing has shown that these plants do not correspond to any known species on the planet. The plants will grow, and will grow, and will grow, until they have achieved the maximum size the area will allow. They will take a maximum of 3 days to reach full maturity. Once the mature plants are mature, they are resilient to temperatures up to 5,000 degrees Celsius. An epinormal layer of these plants measures at an average of 7.6 on the MRH hardness scale. They have been shown to be resilient to all known types of chemical defoliants. Have a guess what that is? Can anyone tell me? No? Well, have a look at this. Show it a little bit closer. Freaky, yeah? This is an instance of SCP-1341-2. When the maximum amount of space the plants can take up is filled, several trees will begin to grow fruit, resembling fruits in the genus Duro. 2 to 3 weeks after these fruits begin to grow, they will fall from the trees and split open, allowing several juvenile organisms, hereby known after as SCP-1341-2, to emerge. Instances of SCP-1341-2 resemble vaguely sapient bipeds and are not hostile unless provoked. Instances of SCP-1341-2 exhibit behaviour patterns consistent with those of wild chimpanzees. When the population of SCP-1341-2 has reached between 20 to 30, the area affected by SCP-41 will expand to fill the largest enclosed space possible. The root of the structure of the plants within SCP-41 will spread through the walls, ceiling and floors of any artificial structure it has been placed within. New plants will begin to grow from these root structures until SCP-1341 has been completely assimilated the structure. Obviously, there is an amendment just here in red at the bottom. Like I said, go onto the wiki page, you know the SCP number, and read the experiment log. Very interesting, very interesting. So really, that is all we have time for today, for the SCP special today. I hope you enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the stories today. I very much enjoy reading the stories with you, and I hope you enjoy reading the stories with me as well. Just like to say, if you're liking the videos that I'm doing at the moment, please leave a like. If you're not, please tell me and put a dislike. But I'm sure to leave these videos with a smile on your face. Straight after this video will be the new 2018 model. Yes, we'll be looking at that. But like I said, please, if you're liking the videos, leave a like. If you'd like to leave a comment in below. Just below you, it's right here. Just below this video right here. Also, if you like the videos that I'm doing, subscribe. And I will do many, many more videos for you to entertain and put a smile on those little happy faces of yours. As I always say, I am Atomic Energy 15. Peace out, guys.